Is it true? The old estate was burned to the ground?
You can come and go. You're with the Legion. Maybe my luck isn't as wretched as I thought.
What are you doing out here?
I was trying to haul some goods south to Stonebridge, but the whole valley's crawling with Lascanzi mercenaries. A whole pack of them set on me up the road and stole my wagon.
I have a score of my own to settle with these mercenaries. I'll get your wagon back.
You may have just saved me from debtor's prison, friend. Don't think I won't repay this kindness. Get my merchandise back, and I'll reward you. And of course, you'll get a discount on anything you might want to buy. That'll teach those thugs to harass innocent merchants on the road. You have my thanks, and I suppose I can offer you this as well. If you're looking to buy, just step on up to the wagon and have a look. I'll give you a good price.
Is it done? Has the Lascanzi dog been put down?
He's dead. I hope you can find some measure of peace.
The peace I sought was not for me. With his death avenged, Vaclav's soul will find its way to the river. There exists a debt between us now, Legionnaire. One of blood and kin. What can an old woman do to repay such a debt?
I need to know where I can find Lazar Basili.
Ah, Lazar. Haven't seen him since the Lascanzi arrived. He may be dead, but Grigori would know for certain. Those two are thick as thieves.
Killing a man is not worthy of reward, even a cur such as Boris. Keep your belongings, Ludmilla.
Such nobility in these troubled times? I'll not argue with your choosing, but know this. Ludmilla will always consider you as kin.
I must go.
Farewell.
I heard Lascanzi witches use human bones for some of their black magic.
Perhaps the Legion isn't finished after all.
I should have moved to Stonebridge when I had the chance.
I'm sorry to hear about the attack on the Mont Baron estate. My father spoke highly of the family.
I seen the woman in charge of the Lascanzi up close. Her eyes blaze like a forge at midnight, I tell you.
By the Dark Sister Zars, you are breathtaking. Just as Leona said you'd be. But, you don't even recognize me, do you?
And why exactly would I recognize you,
It doesn't matter, but I'd hoped. No, not here on the streets, with eyes and ears all around. Listen close. An army holds this town, Lascanzi every one, bloodied in the wars to the south. Our employer, she is persistent, yes. She's still looking for you and your friends.
Have you perhaps taken to drink? I see no army.
Of course, but better to lure you in. She knew there'd be survivors, or stragglers, who got here late. Half the army are hiding in the upper rill, behind the walls. The rest are in the forest outside of town. That is why the townspeople are so scared. But they are sheep. They have no fight in them. They set me here to look for you, to lead you into a trap. Too bad for them. Maybe I don't hear those orders so well. My sister, Leona, she waits for you in the cave west of town. Should you seek her out, it would...
To my benefit. What about yours?
Don't tell me you've been among these Ebbins so long you've started to believe their lies about our people's greed. Suffice to say that our interests are aligned for the moment, and we may both profit from this messy affair.
I'll need better directions to this cave.
Follow the road out of town to the west. Then look for a trail heading north, into the woods. This little adventure of ours, it's not exactly in my employer's interest. If you meet her soldiers on the road, be wary. They aren't as charming as me. Now go, before the wrong person sees us talking, yes?
kill a few of the Lascanzi dogs for me, huh? News of your deed spread quickly throughout the town. Perhaps the Legion is not as feeble as the Lascanzi would have us believe. I know you've been asking about Lazar. It turns out he had some correspondence with a rather elusive legionnaire, someone called Odo. That did not sit well with the woman who hired the Lascanzi. She locked poor Lazar in one of the holding cells beneath the town hall.
How do you know about this alleged correspondence with the Legion?
I wrote most of the letters myself. I have been Lazar's clerk for all...
The town hall? And where is that?
It is in the upper part of town, but you'll not be able to reach it. The Lascanzi have fortified the upper town, and they are letting no one inside.
The Legion doesn't abandon its allies. Lazar will have his freedom.
If you truly mean to save Lazar, I am at your service. What would you have me do?
Carry a message to Odo in the old Legion chapter house. Tell him what's happened to Lazar.
If it will aid my friend, I shall do as you ask. You'd best be off before any Lascanzi brigands spot us conspiring against them.
I heard that everyone in the Legion was killed, yet here you stand. Perhaps you can help me. When the Lascanzi took the town, one of their leaders stole something of great importance. I'd like the Legion to get it back.
What did the Lascanzi take from you?
A small golden statue of Azurnai. It's been in my family for generations. It's the most valuable thing I own. Or owned, as it were. A Lascanzi sergeant burst into my home and just took my statue from its shrine. Then he threatened to kill my wife, if I said so much as a word.
I'll find your property, if I can. Do you know the name of the thief?
They called him Ottokar, I think. He camps with the rest of the mercenary scum in the forest to the west.
Have a care with all that boot stomping. You'll scare the fish.
If the fish aren't biting here, why not find another spot?
I don't need to find another spot. I know the best fishing hole in the valley. Problem is, I just can't fish there no more. Something nasty took up residence in my favorite pond. Last time I tried to drop a line there, it nearly killed me.
What do you mean? Some kind of creature?
Not sure what it is. Some sort of devilfish. Size of a man, at least, and that's no fisherman's lie. That thing's meaner than a fat woman in a bread line. I'd stay clear of it if I were you.
I'm a legionnaire. Is there anything I can do to help?
Not sure why you'd want to tangle with that thing, but if you can put it down, I'd be happy as a fly in the outhouse. Of course, I need proof it was dead. One of its teeth should do the trick.
Where can I find this creature?
Head east out of town and look for a pond to the south. That's where you'll find the beast. Here, take some of my secret bait with you. When you find the pond, toss it in the water. The smell seemed to draw it out last time. You're still alive? Maybe you're tougher than you look. Is the lousy beast dead?
It's dead. Here's one of its teeth.
Well, call me a Krug-loving mule. I can't believe it. I'm guessing you'll be wanting that reward, then.
You obviously need the coin, Jakob. I only ask you speak kindly of the Legion in the future.
Truly? Maybe you Legionnaires aren't so bad after all. You and me should go fishing sometime.
I'll leave you to your work.
Right. See you around.
hope you have news. Did you find my statue?
Indeed. I believe this belongs to you.
Excellent. You've renewed my faith in the Legion, to be sure. This is the part where you ask for a reward, yes?
You've been robbed once today, Anton. I'm not going to make you pay for your own property.
Well spoken. I would have taken the gold, but perhaps that is why I'm not a Legionnaire.
Farewell, Anton.
And a good day to you, Legionnaire.
Oh, good, you've come. I was beginning to fear my brother was too late, and you were killed or taken by the others.
I'm alive and still free. Do you know of any others who escaped?
You weren't the only one who escaped the slaughter at the estate, but the others were soon recaptured or slain.
Why are you helping me? It must benefit you somehow.
Call it an investment, with hope for a future relationship. No strings attached. You have my promise. I offer you this. A key that will open the prisoners' cages. If you hurry, they might still be saved.
What are the Lascanzi planning to do with the prisoners?
They'll be held here until the witches have prepared their rituals. Then they will be questioned.
They'll be tortured for information, you mean?
Torture? No, that is far too subtle. We Lascanzi are more direct. The witches will prepare a sacred fire, into which the captives will be thrown. At the moment of death, their souls will be snared by magic.
What happens to their souls after the witches snare them?
A witch can wring knowledge from a soul like water from a sponge. There is no resisting such magic, even for the strongest. And when this spell is done, their souls will crumble into nothing.
Very well, I'll accept your gift. And if it turns out to be genuine, you'll have my thanks.
I am pleased to see I was right about you. Go now. It would be better if I were elsewhere. Perhaps we'll speak again after this affair is finished.
It seems the Dark Sister smiles on us. She has brought the last of the wayward children to us.
Release your prisoners and leave in peace, and I'll spare your lives.
Ha! You are as bold as any of us, little cousin. But I'm afraid not. I fear my employer far more than I fear you. But now that you are here, you have saved us the trouble of hunting you down.
Thank you. Are you a Legionnaire too? I knew there must be a few of us left. Wasn't sure you'd find me here though. At least not in time.
How did you end up here?
I got captured at the estate. When the others ran, I stayed behind to protect some injured men. I killed a few mercenaries, but they must have knocked me out and carried me here.
That was a noble sacrifice you made. You might have been killed.
Yes, well, someone had to do it.
So you're descended from the old Legion too?
Yes. My name's Armand Dublanc, grandson of Crespin Dublanc. He died in Stonebridge 30 years ago before I was born. Our family had an estate in the farmlands, south of the city. We hid there for a long time, but Jane Cassinda found us. She killed my parents, my brother and sister too. I was the only one who got out.
What was that witch planning to do to you?
I don't know. At first I thought she was going to question me. I told her she wouldn't get any secrets out of me, but she just laughed. And then she and her friends lit that bonfire. If you hadn't gotten here when you did, I think she meant to burn me alive.
Do you know if anyone else made it out of the estate?
Just the woman in the other cage. We haven't had the chance to speak much.
We need to get you out of here. You should be safe to head back to the chapter house.
Guess I owe you one. All right, I'll meet you at the chapter house. And be careful.
Help! Over here! Thank you for releasing me. I underestimated these witches. It looks like a simple cage, but it's not. I tried to burn my way out.
You tried to set your cage alight?
I've always been able to call fire at will. When I was young, I thought I was its source. But it's stronger when my purpose is clear. I tried to burn the bars of the cage, but the metal stayed cold. Nor could I project flames from inside. Laskanzi witchcraft, it must be. Now that I'm free of that cage, they'll need to jump into water if they want to escape my flames.
Did the Lescanzi take you unaware?
No. Odo sent me to keep watch for stragglers, anyone late to the gathering. I was in town when the Lescanzi attacked. Witch magic painted their army as shadows and quieted their steps, but I saw them. It was my cries that alerted the town. The townspeople fled. I was alone, outnumbered, but I chose to attack. I don't even know why.
The mercenaries came here to ravage and kill. You wanted to see them punished.
Yes, you're right. I fought the Lescanzi not as a soldier, but as an executioner. They'd come to destroy the Legion. The idea that even one among them should escape ignited me. I swore to burn all that I could, and did.
You have a foreign look. Are you descended from the Legion?
Not from the Legion, no. Odo believes that I am an Archon, a creature out of myth. It sounds ridiculous, I know. And if it's true, then where are all the others of my kind? He found me, not far from here, when I was a child. He says that I was unique, a sign of hope to him. Those are his words, not mine. But I try to live up to them.
Odo and Martin are waiting. They sent me to find survivors.
Odo is alive? Take me to him. I promise I can hold my own if it comes to a fight.
Well, you certainly handled that with more aplomb than I expected. Bravo, my dear. Now then, since you've accomplished your goals, I wonder if you wouldn't be willing to do me a favor.
But of course, it is the least I could do for one of my own blood.
You are a credit to our people, my dear. Such loyalty is sadly rare these days. I have come into possession of a key that opens the gates of Gundarik Manor. I need a bright, clever girl to go in ahead of me and make it safe. So naturally, I thought of you, my dear.
I want to know more about the manor first.
Gundarik Manor was where the Legion trained its mages. They are all long dead, of course, and the house abandoned. But it may still prove useful.
What do you want out of Gundarik Manor?
What does any self-respecting witch want out of a place like that? Magic, my dear. Before the Legion was destroyed, Lord Gundarik studied all manner of sorceries. Legion magic, Lescanzi magic, the spells of the First People.
Surely you can't hope to learn all those magics yourself.
Perhaps I can, and perhaps I cannot. Still, just to have a resource like Gundarik's libraries. And of course, it would be quite the bargaining chip.
You already have the key. What do you need from me?
Gundarik Manor is abandoned, but it is not empty. Lord Gundarik and his dead servants still roam the halls, slaying any who intrude. My arts give me some little power over the dead, but not that much. I need the manor to be cleared before I take possession.
Why do the dead walk in Gundarik Manor?
I've heard many tales. Some speak of Lord Gundarik's daughter dying young, but still being seen about the manor. Others speak of Gundarik himself. When the Legion made its final stand, Stefan did not stand with them. He remained within his manor, with his family and his most trusted students. Some say that cowardice damned him. Others that he tried to enact a terrible spell to end the war then and there. Tried and failed.
All right, give me the key. I'll go look into it.
Wonderful. Such generosity deserves an immediate reward, so I'll tell you what I know of those who hunt you. The attack on the Montberin estate. Liskanzi mercenaries did the bulk of the fighting, but their leader was a woman named Rejani.
That's not much to go on. Can you tell me anything about her?
I do not know who she is, or perhaps what she is more apropos, but she has great wealth behind her. She hired half the Leskanzi clans in southern Ebb and marched them here to stop you, to stop the Legion from being reborn. You might be interested to learn that she has bivouacked herself in the town hall. If you desire vengeance, that is where you should go.
I appreciate your candor. That information will be very useful.
Information is only the barest glimpse of what I offer. Ours could be a very profitable friendship, if you give me Gundarik Manor. Here then, take the key. I will see you again after the manor's current residents have been evicted. That door leads back to the forest. May the Dark Sister go with you, and the faithful Hound guard your path.
And so you emerged at last, dear one. I've been waiting for you.
Where will you go now?
I'm sure Leona will have some further task for me. Distracting soldiers, wooing maids, that sort of thing. The Dark Sister's luck go with you, and I...
More enemies. They know we're here.
The mercenaries have returned from Raven Trail. I had hoped you would be well away before they arrived.
Will you help me fight them?
No. If they see me here, they will know that my sister has betrayed them. This fight I leave to you.
This is an evil place. It should be burned to the ground.